Previously on YouTube's The Drawing Dead. So we're about an hour into this Saturday session at Texas Card House, and we're running like gangbusters. Whee! No, that's not natural.
It is natural.
No, that's not natural.
It's natural.
No. And I win this sizable pot with a full house, playing 2 streets blind. Yeah, I'm running good.
As you hit it, you're looking at a baseball as you hit it. But you're not looking at a controller.
Video games required an immense amount of hand-eye coordination.
Hold on a minute. So let's hold on. No. I mean, I play tennis. I hit a backhand. I'm looking at the court to judge where the shot's gonna go. So I didn't look at that ball when I hit it. So it's not a sport now. Say, you're a garbage person.
Day 3, heading to Austin. But first, me and these 2 clowns need to grab some food, some breakfast. You can't go to Austin on an empty stomach. So first stop, the Toasted Yolk in Houston for breakfast. 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and we have made it to Austin, Texas. Me, Mike Major, rain delay. We're here. We're here in Austin. And now, I think it's time for me to clean up a little bit. Clean up a little bit, take a shower, change clothes, and get over to the Texas Card House and play some poker. Because that is what I'm here to do. New session, new city, and after the incredible uptick of about $3,000 the night before at Texas Card House in Houston, I expected the same from Texas Card House in Austin. It's the same game, so I should have the same results, right? The session started the same. Second hand end at 1-3, I doubled up with pocket aces versus ace king. Therefore, I had no reason to believe that the run good wouldn't continue. A few hands later, I pick up ace-queen in late position and just call a middle position open to $15. The small blind comes along as well. The flop, all middling and coordinated, not really my cup of tea, and when the original opener continuation bets, I choose not to get fancy, even though this board should be good for me. I just let it go. This was a double board bomb pot. I don't think I've ever told you guys my strategy on double board bomb pots. I really try hard just to miss everything and then fold. And thus far in my poker career, it couldn't be working out any better. $75. I know that you can't tell this because I trimmed it down quite a bit, but I went card dead, like for hours. I'm there to play poker, and I'm card dead. So you know what I decided to do? If you said, be patient, well, you're wrong. If you said, raise limpers with Jack 6 suited, well, you're right. Still in Austin, still at Texas Card House, still playing poker, and actually pretty card dead, to be quite honest with you. I've had no big hands, which is probably why you've seen no big hands. When I got here, the first table I was at, the second hand that I saw was pocket aces. So I really can't complain about not having big hands when my second hand in, I double up, the full double up, with pocket aces versus ace king offsuit. Since then, I've switched tables 2 times. I've met a lot of cool people here in Austin, but I haven't had any big hands. That doesn't stop the place from being cool. This card house, just like Texas Card House in Houston, I'll definitely be coming back to. I'm having a great time here. Even though it's getting late, I think it's 11, and I have to catch a flight at 6:45 a.m.
Well, we also have with us today a couple of other special guests. We have Rain Delay Dan and Jaman Burton joining us from St. Louis, correct?
St. Louis and Vegas.
You're from Vegas.
I'm in Vegas now.
I was born and raised in St. Louis, and then I moved out to Vegas about 5 years ago.
This is so negative EV, but I know I'm going to flop the world. Like, I already know it.
That's awesome.
Like, I know it. Like, you guys don't know it yet, but I'm going to flop the world. This is going to be nasty. I didn't flop the world. Disappointing. It's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed in myself. So, I'm back in the room. Back in the hotel. Gonna wrap things up and get out of here. The game I was in after the second hand I played where I doubled up aces versus ace king was just kinda typical. Nothing else really exciting happened. Flopped a set of tens towards the end and cracked aces and ended up for the night $335. Bought in for $300, cashed out for $635. So a good night. A good first trip to Texas Card House, Austin. But now it's time to go. It's time to pack everything up, get a couple hours of sleep, and then head to the airport. So if you liked the vlog, subscribe, leave me a comment. I will probably respond. Probably. Thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Most likely not in Texas. Bye. Next time on YouTube's The Drawing Dead. We're here in Sacramento again.
If you're just catching up, I'll give you the rundown. Mike Postle is a regular on the Stones poker stream.
I came here to Sacramento to play at Stones, to do some commentary on the Stones live stream, to meet up with Trooper and Dave Tuckman and some other people. And I'm just being honest right now, I don't feel like playing poker. I don't feel like playing poker at Stones. I don't feel like playing poker at Capitol, Thunder Valley, Limelight, none of the places. Nowhere. I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood. No matter how any of this ends up, it's just... It's just... So it's a new day. So I think we're gonna head to a place called Capitol Casino, try to get in some hands, see how it goes, see if I really feel like playing. So we are all done at Capitol Casino. So first stop, Mike, what's this place called?
How does this
What's this place called?
I mean, I guess some people
The
have
toasted
this.
yolk.
And now it is time for me to take another shower, sit down for 20 minutes. And now it's time for me to clean up a little bit and get ready to go ahead. And now it's time for me to, and now I think it's time for me to clean up for a... But now we're back in the room. Now it's time for me to get some sleep, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta catch a flight at 6. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and since then, I've switched tables to a... I'll say this again, and I've said it before. I really need to get better. I really need to get better at booking flights. 6:45 a.m. I'm leaving.
So I'm dying to know, Rain Delay Dan, where does that name come from? How did you get that name?
So when I very first started playing poker, like even way before I started playing for a living in St. Louis, I used to take a ridiculous amount of time to make decisions. So much so that it would easily tilt, everyone in the game.
Jaman.
And so
Everyone. I wouldn't play at a table.
there was actually one time when I sat down at the table, and there was probably about six geriatric gentlemen at the table, and as soon as I sat down, they in unison all stood up and walked away from the table in protest. It was so yeah, I got this name. I walked in one day to play, and I was playing at this dealer's table, and he's like, you know what, you're like a human rain delay. And it just stuck. It caught like wildfire.
And when he says he would take, he would take minutes per decision per street.
It was bad. It was bad.
So that was just a strategy, or was that just because you really were thinking the long route?
Yeah, it was probably a combination of me, because like I said, this is when I very first started playing poker. So I was probably really cautious with my decisions, and maybe a little too cautious, but I was really cautious, and I mean, I'm infinitely better now.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to think like back then, Durr was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
and everyone was watching high stakes poker back then, and I probably caught some of that too. So that's kind of where it comes from.
Yeah. So if you give Jaman a nickname, what would it be?
That's a good one.